Welcome to enVisioning Success, the weekly podcast where Laura Di Benedetto and Julia Becker-Collins share tips, suggestions, and stories to help you succeed in business. In today's episode, we explore 5 strategies to make your personal brand more visible, such as writing and posting online regularly, booking public speaking events, and offering expert assistance to those within your professional community. And now, here's Laura and Julia.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to enVisioning Success. I'm Laura Di Benedetto, and I am joined by Julia Becker-Collins, business partner, work wife, love of my life in all things marketing. Can't get enough.
Dog mom extraordinaire.
Yup. Today, we're talking to you about how to make your personal brand more visible. So 2 episodes ago, we talked about how to build one. And in the last episode, we talked about LinkedIn and how to leverage the personal brand. Now we want to make it even bigger. So if you haven't listened to those episodes, what are you doing with your life? Go back and listen to them. They're really good. So this show is sponsored by Vision. We're celebrating 25 years of marketing awesomeness. We get more customers for our clients, period, full stop. We make it easy. Growing your business doesn't have to be a stressful, aggravating exercise. It really doesn't. And we make it easy and fun. So today, super excited to talk about this because personal branding, frankly, it's how a lot of founders and a lot of salespeople bring in the big bucks with a lot of consistent, low energy, fun effort versus dialing for dollars, because I don't know if you've ever done it. That's exhausting.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah, basically. So we're going to give you some 5 awesome tips. We've been giving you 5 tips pretty consistently. This episode will be no different. And we will be giving you 5 awesome tips that you can use to make your personal brand more visible. The first one I'm going to give you is speaking at events. Julia, I want you to talk about this because you've been speaking at some events lately and you've been dropping your profiles like it's hot. Tell them what they won.
Yes. So public speaking is something people don't think about as marketing. They don't think about as branding, but that is just such a huge missed opportunity. Sharing your knowledge and expertise at conferences, local events, seminars, webinars, workshops, etc., not only boosts your visibility, which is crucial and so helpful, but it also establishes your authority and expertise in the field. You know, it puts you in front of a captive audience, literally. It is a great opportunity to create content and drive more engagement afterwards, to follow the wave of momentum that follows you after a great speaking opportunity. It's a great opportunity to take video of yourself speaking to be used later. But there is not much that can compare to the expertise you showcase when you get up in front of a large room of people and talk about something that really pertains to your job. It doesn't need to be everything you do. It could be a small portion of what you do. Earlier this year, I spoke at the Small Business Expo in Boston. I had, no big deal, but the largest attendance at my session as compared to any other session the whole day. Standing room only. If you go to our Instagram page, you will see a video of literally standing room only in this room. They asked me to come back for a second year after last year, where I also had very high attendance at my session. And this year I was talking about how to make sales easier for people that don't like selling. And it was a 30-minute talk all about ideal client profile. I, of course, pitched the podcasts because obviously. And I also invited people to connect with us on social media and sign up for our email newsletter. And that was a great way of capturing more eyeballs on what we're doing, driving engagement, getting those fans of the brand. Even if those people aren't going to buy from you, it's a long road to closing a deal, and it can be a long sales cycle. And the more evangelists you have of your brand and know your expertise, the better off you are.
Amen. So true. The great thing about this subject is in this particular episode is sometimes it can be obvious to conclude that your personal brand is just your social media, and that is not the case. It is your speaking presence, it's your blogging, it's how people know you in the community as well. So thank you for that. And yes, I think that you were able to build a little cult of Julia that day, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, and then on top of that, you can use the, expertise of speaking at one event to catapult you to another event. People tend to want accomplished speakers to speak at events. I have since spoken at a number of things, and we're in conversation about having me keynote. And it's just a great way of driving that momentum forward.
Yep, absolutely. So let's talk about the second point. This is about writing regularly, not just social media. This is blogging. This is emailing. So there's many people who are very, very good at personal branding, and they write regularly. Sometimes they'll contribute to the local newspaper. Julia, you contribute to the local business journal. Shout out to Worcester Business Journal. We love you guys. And it's been a pleasure to partner with that publication. And that's one way to do personal branding. People just get to know you. Now, here's the great thing about it. When Julia shares content with the Worcester Business Journal, it's published. She never sells. She doesn't need to sell, ever. This is something where she just shares wisdom. She gets known for the thing. And then when people need something, they know who to call. That's it. And that's the thing. Honestly, I wish I had known this like 20 years ago about personal brand building. I always thought it was just simpler. I mean, I didn't start out as an absolutely epic marketer. I became one.
Same.
And that's the story for a lot of us. And that was a big mistake that I made years ago, thinking that you're not closing sales if you're not promoting. And that's not true, especially if you're playing the long game. So write regularly, share your experience. Like we talked about, I believe in 2 episodes ago, we talked about telling stories. Share interesting stories about how you navigated the pandemic, how you hired your first employee, how you had to fire someone for the first time, how you had to say no to a client. My socials like absolutely blew up when I posted something about how I said no to a prospect. The guy was being an abusive jerk. Of course I said no. I don't want your money. Go away. There's no amount of abuse that's worth any money that you could ever give me. No.
100%. I retold a story this week about firing a client. And not only was it funny and it added to the humor of my personal brand, it also showcased that we as a company are successful enough to be able to choose our clients. We don't have to take just anything out there, that we have standards, that we're a great company to work for because we will not allow people to abuse our staff, which is very important, especially when, it's such a crazy job market out there and we're competing with so many other employers to hire. It really helps to set us apart, that kind of story. And, just to drive home what Laura was talking about this episode and 2 episodes ago about storytelling, there is no way for a person to relate better than a story. They can really engage and understand it rather than you lecturing them on the technicalities.
100%. People remember stories. Facts and figures, I mean, think about your favorite college professors.
Right.
The ones that told you stories were the ones that were probably your favorite professors.
I think one of the reasons I'm successful at public speaking is because I tell a lot of stories. I use specific examples. I walk you through a scenario. I ask for audience participation. You feel like you're immersed in the conversation rather than sitting in a college class and I'm lecturing to you.
Yep. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So what's the next point?
Use social media wisely or smartly. Use it in a smart way. Besides LinkedIn, which we've talked about for the past couple episodes, we talk about in general, utilize other platforms, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat or Twitter or
X.
Twitter is now called X.
I'm sorry, Elon Musk. It will always be Twitter in my head.
It's forever Twitter. It's kind of like how Kleenex is also tissues. That's Twitter.
Yeah. Give me a Kleenex.
Yeah. Depending on where your audience spends their time. We have past episodes where we talk about using your resources. There's also a video of a webinar I put on a number of years ago that talks about, figuring out the best use of your resources as a small business. And your most important resource, I will die on this hill, is your time. You can make back your money, you can build your expertise, but you can never get your time back. And when you spend your time doing things that aren't focused on selling or marketing to your ideal client, then you're really doing spaghetti marketing, throwing things at the wall to see what sticks. So if you know where your audience is spending their time, spend your time there trying to attract them rather than spray and pray and hope that they show up because you posted on every single social media platform on the planet.
Mm-hmm. We do the same thing. We know who our customers are intimately. I mean, God, if we're not building avatars for ourselves, we really suck. Bunch of frauds. But we know who our customers are intimately. And it's interesting. We've been selling basically the same avatar for all 25 years. And our avatar hangs out, unfortunately, offline and absolutely hates social media. And our avatar likes LinkedIn. And, that's about it. When we are recruiting, Facebook and Instagram are really useful for us because they help us to showcase the personality of the company. But we know where our avatars are. So we spend a lot of time on LinkedIn because we know that's like double down on the thing that works. People have been asking me for years, well, why isn't your business more prominent on this platform or that platform? I thought you were good at marketing. I am. And that's exactly why I'm not there, because I hate wasting my time.
Yep.
So
yeah, I've had a lot of feedback on how great our LinkedIn is. My LinkedIn, your LinkedIn, our company LinkedIn. So it just proves people are there. And if that's the type of person I'm trying to attract to bring on as a client, that's perfect. I'm reaching them. And you said it so well, when we're trying to attract new talent, those people are on a different platform. So that's a different style of marketing.
Correct. Absolutely. I mean, when we're looking to bring on Gen Z, we should probably start doing like some TikToks and, just be like, listen, you want to come work for some chugs?
I can't.
Come on.
I can't keep up. I'm so old.
Gen Z apparently calls people our age chuggy.
Yeah.
And that I find that hilarious because A, it's fun to say, but it's like, chuggy. I can't explain it. It's just dumb. I like dumb humor sometimes. What can I say? So yeah, it's good stuff. So you know what? It's definitely something where you want to be judicious about where you want to spend your time and use it wisely, to Julia's point.
Mm-hmm.
Point 4 for you is networking actively. Don't be passive. Don't be lazy. Actively network with people and don't just network just to gain. If you've ever been to a BNI meeting, they'll talk about the giver's gain. Seems a little creepy and culty. Sorry, that's actually how I feel. But guess what? There's some truth to that. The more you serve and you help other people, the more people will bend over backwards to help you. So network actively, give to people, share your wisdom. Don't give away the farm. Sometimes people give away too much. Don't be that person. Focus on building genuine relationships that might create beneficial relationship harmony in the future, something that's mutual, right? It's okay to be the first one that gives. Just make sure that you're not giving too much. Make sure that you're actually like showing up and participating. And the thing about networking, have you ever been to a physical networking event where you get Joe Schmo from the local bank just trying to like get your business and sell you, or the financial planner dude that just like won't shut up and be like, come on, let me get a meeting. Come on. No, networking, my dear friend. If you find what I just said to you annoying, it's because you understand what networking should not be. Networking should not be selling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Networking is relationship building. It's giving. It's actually building relationships. Think of it like one big birthday party, but with suits. Okay. Seriously, you go into a birthday party, you're not there to talk about business. You're there to just have fun and enjoy everybody's company. Guess what? You might make friends at that party. You might walk away with somebody's phone number, be like, hey, let's hang out. Let's go bowling or whatever, right? The same thing happens in business when you do it right, when you're actually networking with people for real and you just treat actual networking like one big birthday party. You're just out there building relationships and just furthering your own footprint. People know you when you network well. They like you when you network well, and they trust you when you network well. There's those 3 words again: know, like, and trust. Imagine that.
Speaking of BNI.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I get it. I feel like BNI is a little bit of a cult, but also there's a lot of good things in there because they do focus on giving in order to get. And that's something that's usually missing from networking events and opportunities, like Laura was saying really astutely. For me, one of the things I love about networking is personally, going back to that personal brand, I love to be the person that people come to and ask, who's the best for this? I don't know. I like get a thrill out of it. I want to tell you the
You're
best.
a resource.
I love to be a resource. I want to tell you who the best orthopedic surgeon is and the best gym and the best, tree person for your yard and the best landscaper and plumber and the best marketer and the best, I want to be the person you come to. I love that. It's just like, I feel like I've cultivated such a great, Rolodex that makes me sound even older than I am of experts. And that's what people should focus on more when they're networking. It's less about me, and more about like, oh, this is an interesting relationship. We get along in these ways. I'll keep you in mind for this other thing. And then they will keep you in mind. It's building out that network.
The more people think of you, the better it is. And sometimes people will think of you as, oh, she knows everybody. I should ask her, like in your case.
Mm-hmm.
Or, oh, she's really good with business strategy. I can't afford to hire her yet, but maybe I'll ask her a quick question. Maybe you're feeling charitable that day. You answer the question. Guess what? When they can afford to hire somebody, you're the first person they think of.
Right.
So there's so much to think about here. But when you're building genuine relationships, you are going to come across people who are actually in the need right now for what you have. And if you lead with affinity and relationship first, they will ask you to do business. You don't have to sell.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Isn't that sexy? I like it.
This is the whole thing about outbound versus inbound marketing.
Come to me.
You want it to come to you. It is a warmer lead when they come to you.
Yes, it's so great. So the last tip we're going to give you today is offering help. So the best way sometimes to promote your brand is to offer help. And being helpful can make you memorable and trusted. It's kind of an offshoot of the previous point, but it's so true. The more you seek to support, serve, and help, the better it is. So if you go online, and I do encourage you, please, if you're listening to this episode, find me on LinkedIn. Please put that in the show notes, and we'll make sure to have that there for you, and Julia's as well. But take a look at my content. It's an excellent example of how I help. I give so much knowledge away. Do I give everything away? No, although I could, because people don't know what to do with it without the expertise I have. So I could tell you the whole thing. I give away tons of information. I teach people all day long. So people follow because they learn, they grow, and they see me as an incredible leader in this space because I demonstrate my knowledge every day. And I ask people, do you have questions? Do you need some help? Let me know. And if I'm not the person for you, I'm famous for saying this. If I am not the person for you, I will teach you how to find the person who is.
Yep, absolutely. And that goes back to the active networking, right? Like I can teach you how to find the person that is. I can refer you to somebody. They're going to refer you business, etc.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, listen, you know what, Julia, you're great. Thank you so much for being my co-host and work wife. This is great.
You too.
Thanks. No problem. So, thank you, dear listener. We love you. Thank you so much for being here. If you have a request for a topic or something you want us to dig into, please let us know. Hit us up in the website. That will be in the show notes for you. Just a reminder, the show is sponsored by Vision. That's a company I started 25, oh my God, years ago. And we have been helping people get customers easier and faster without all the stress for all those years, and we can help you too. So if you're interested in learning more about how to stop suffering and make more money, call me. So anywho, we'll see you in the next episode. We're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts for your personal brand, concluding this 4-episode arc all about personal branding. Do's and don'ts. Sexy stuff. We'll see you next time.